Anakin, I'm going down a path you can't follow. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a grand arena story. We're in the final match of week 3 in this GAC season, and we won our last one, lost our first one, and we get to see Padme maybe making a comeback. She's actually more than just General Kenobi's or Jedi Master Kenobi's side piece. She's actually in 2 different interesting comps that are relevant, and one of which requires a lot of interesting theorycraft. So, here's the situation. Facing someone named Roz Soma. He has 1.2 million more GP than me. 1.2. And that's mostly in relics. I have most of the characters unlocked at this point and ready to go. However, he does have some interesting builds, including Ninth Sister with Lord Vader. You can see he outnumbers me on all fronts, basically. All relevant fronts, at least. Except I do have him beat in top shelf mods, and then he takes the advantage again in middle shelf mods. And then apparently with the bottom shelf of mods, I reclaim. And the offense shelf, there's all sorts of shelves with mods, apparently, guys. We can, he can reclaim the offense percent shelf as well. Oh, look at his 6 dot mods. He has, 2.5 times how many I have. Look at his relics. Oh man, just huge advantage on all fronts, guys. What was that, 400 more relics? Way more, like 430 more relics. 7 relic 9s, etc. Just totally outnumbered, outgunned. Here's my defenses, though. Decided to go with 4 Galactic Legends on defense and the Star Killer team. I put Kenobi, General Kenobi, with Star Killer, and so you can see in the back my other Kenobi has Clone Wars Chewie because he's Galactic Republic and he's a tank. Here's the thing: my opponent has always kept his Kenobi to kill his opponent's Kenobi every single time, and I was like, you know what? Why are we gonna waste an A-level tank if he's just going to use Cat to just kill her or kill him right away? Anyways, like, he's not gonna actually make a difference. We may as well just put him on the Star Killer team. Maybe he helps a little bit. So you can see the garbage front top zone. I ran out of teams because I knew I needed enough teams to clear my opponent, but we have 4 Galactic Legends, Star Killer, a really strong Bando team, and General Skywalker as a surprise treat in the back, which I haven't placed very often at all. My opponent super surprised me by placing his Kenobi team along with his other 2 normal Galactic Legends and Star Killer, all in the same front zone, that bottom front zone. I did not expect him to put Ninth Sister down. I really didn't expect him to put Kenobi down. That was a total shock to me. And then that Resistance team with Rey and Armor and everyone, that one is a very dangerous comp because you don't want to. Sith Eternal can potentially time out there. So lots of really, really tricky things, guys. We also, up top, he has a fully relicked Iden Versio team. I do have a new counter to Iden Versio as well today, guys. You guys can see, well, at least a new counter attempt, I should say, because I wasn't sure at all going into it. He has a 360 speed Darth Revan, which means he has, with Talon, a 380 speed on Darth Revan, and he's got Nest with him. This is going to get crazy, guys. This really is a really crazy match. So, before we jump in, just want to remind you guys, if you want to support the channel for free, all you've got to do is hit that like button, leave a comment in the comment area, something that will help us mount the algorithm, guys. Hit the sub button if you haven't yet, or even ding the bell for funsies, guys, okay? All right. With that said, I think it's time to jump into the fighting. Okay, I wanted to show you guys the team that we're doing right now. So we're going to use Sith Eternal here against Kenobi because we need to kill Cat here first off. We can't double shot. We're gonna have to double shot one of their teams. Like, I don't have anything that can one-shot these all. Like, I have 2 Galactic Legends available, and so I'm hoping Sith Eternal will kill the Kenobi team, because if we do that, then we can use a different a Jedi Master Luke team that doesn't require the Revan team, so that I can keep the Revan team available. And then I'll have to multi-shot the Lord Vader team. I wanted to save my bounty hunters though, because I knew that his Darth Revan was so ridiculous. So here's the way this Sith Eternal team works, at least ideally. We want the armor to get 3 stacks of Beskar ingot, so that Sith Eternal can't be crit. Not being crit is really key to this, so we put 2 weak tanks here, hoping that all of the assists that they call from Ahsoka and all of the random hits are going to get someone to 60% health, or lower than 60% health, so the armor gets her 3rd by default and gives it to Sith Eternal. Watt's there just to make sure I have 1 stack at least. So this is a little bit dicey. Normally you want Thrawn here. You really need Thrawn, in fact, and to be able to make this consistent, and we don't have him. He is on defense with Lord Vader. So here's how it goes down. So you put the you actually put the med pack onto our good friend here, so that he's healing health as well. We don't want to just heal protection, because Kenobi hits underneath protection when you are Kenobi hits underneath protection for fun. Oh, okay, so the killed bays, damn it all. We still don't have the 3rd Beskar ingot. And I was like, I don't think we're gonna survive any more barrages. Like, apparently they just didn't do enough damage to us. Yeah, so the thing I was trying to say earlier, guys, I apologize, I got distracted, is Kenobi he hits under protection on Sith when he's got his ultimate. So what I decided was, all right, well, this sucks. Like, this is way less than ideal, but if we do the armor shred now, like, we'll get the 3rd Beskar ingot and then die before, like, they'll target her especially, and we'll just be screwed. So, as it turns out, I was right so I put the 2 on Sith Eternal, but that means he can be crit now. So he has Jedi Knight Guardian here, which means that, I don't know, it doesn't mean much. It's a pre-taunt anyways under Kenobi. So I did put the link onto Cat, so that at least if I do get my first ultimate, at least I can take Cat out, and then we can maybe find a way to clean this up. So we're about to get our ult. That's wonderful. And then yeah, so R2 at least can't hit under protection, and Guardian's not going to help that much with it either. So like, the only damage dealers here really are Snips and Kenobi. So we put the link on those 2, on R2 and Snips here. And then, I don't know, things are looking okay, actually. They're just hitting me. They haven't gotten their ult yet, though. So now they're going to start hitting under protection. And so, he still hasn't put healing immunity on me until now, so we can't heal. But, we do have a link. Well, we will have a link available, so we can get rid of that pretty soon. Hopefully. Probably should have just used the link there to get rid of that healing immunity, honestly, guys. Because now, look at how close, we're super close to just being dead. So, here's the thing, we can use the med pack is on us, so we're healing ourselves 5% health. So we're back from red. You're getting 5%, and then Kenobi just goes in and smites us with a mighty smite. And damn it all. First fight. Well, at least we got Cat out of it, though. So, okay, we're using General Grievous. I have never once used this or seen this counter. I've only heard of it. So, we're just running in with Theorycraft. They've got Kanan as the tank, because, a person with 10.2 million GP's got everything relicked. And so, okay, look at all of these target locks, guys. So, Magna Guard, I didn't want... He can dispel all of my debuffs, so I didn't want to use his AoE. So I'm really relying, using the eye test here, on just looking at turn meter. Look at their turn meter, guys, because every time we hit someone with target lock, then everyone's gaining turn meter, and Grievous gains double turn meter for hitting someone with it. So I'm looking at turn meter right now, trying to figure out who's going to go next compared to theirs. Visas is about to get a turn here, and I should have killed her right off the bat, but I apparently didn't. Okay, so now we've got to rectify our situation. B1 should hit people without target lock to try to apply it, and then I should be targeting people here with target lock with everyone else. So shouldn't be hitting Mara Jade. I don't know, momentary moment of insanity. I mean, we're caught up in the moment, right, guys? I mean, this is a very tense fight. Their Mara Jade is like, what, 320 speed, 322 speed, and my Grievous just barely outspeeds her because of BB-8 and the turn meter shenanigans, which is pretty fancy if you ask me. So, alright, kill Visas, finally. Killed Mara, and alright, so now, even if we fail here, I mean, Starkiller will be tough to kill, but the thing is, once you kill anyone on this team, like if you ever get to the point, guys, where you're not going to win a battle against Starkiller, but you know you can kill one person, but if you keep going, maybe Visas will revive someone, then just stop, time out, and make it so that you can like destroy the team's integrity, because he needs all 5 people to make his team super buff. So not great banners there, but we did okay. All right. So now, oh gosh, did I forget to put transitions? Damn it all. I was just thinking about that. Okay. Anyways, we've got Jedi Master Luke here, and note how we don't have anyone from the Jedi Revan team that kills Supreme Leader Kylo. We wanted to keep that team if possible. And so this Rey is high offense modded, not a ton of health actually. This is a Relic 9 Rey that I actually have more offense and health stats than. Well, at least before she gets her 10% from the extra relic level. But, so we're just trying to get people into damage immunity here and survive. And honestly, this works pretty nicely. That Jedi Training Rey obviously is an issue. So just try to take her out where we can. So can we just smite her with Kiadi Mundi? Nice. We smote her with a mighty smote. Smiting. We're apparently smiting people today. I don't know why, but we are. Okay, the armor. Well, did you see? So she has 3 stacks of Beskar ingot and only Rey to apply them to. What's her AI do? She has to collect another Beskar ingot. That's the worst AI ever. Like, she should have just put it on Rey so I couldn't crit her. Now, the reason we're using this team on Rey instead of Sith Eternal is because Sith Eternal needs to crit Rey in order to kill her. We do true damage with Jedi Master Luke, at least with his leadership, and so like that kind of in a way, like that mitigates her stacks of Beskar ingot if she had it, because if we can't crit her, true damage just ignores all of that nonsense, the crit nonsense anyway. So all right, Rey does a mighty smite once again, vile knave that she is, and we're just going to destroy her anyways. So, not good banners. Dropped another 7 there, but got through it with 1 shot, and alright, after debating for a while, I was like, I can't afford to use too many teams, guys. Let's just use Jedi. I think Jedi can do this. Like, it's only R2 and Snips. I mean, granted, they're all really high relic and really well modded and everything, but my Jedi Knight Luke is only Relic 7. I should really get him higher relics, but decided to use Ezra here, guys. Finally, Ezra has something relevant to do, just because he does more damage. And the other choice would be Old Ben, but Old Ben, a lot of his benefit is from turn meter manipulation, like reducing turn meter, giving turn meter, etc. And he can't do that. Like, it's nice to have an ability block, but what's really nice is apparently to have a nice thing that you can smite someone with. And Ezra is a great one to smite someone with. So, apparently I'm just like obsessed with that word today. We're just going to keep spamming it. Actually, I'll probably just forget about it because I have the memory of a goldfish. But there we go. Cleaned up Kenobi. And now we only have 1 Galactic Legend left. Doesn't it feel like we've already fought a full GAC, guys? That's what it feels like to me. So we got to reduce their cooldowns here. So, we need to get Merciless off. We got to get Fracture from Thrawn. We got to get the AoE from Lord Vader. And then the AoE from 7 from Ninth Sister, from Big Boned Sister. But of course she did her AoE afterward. I didn't realize which moves she was doing because I'm not used to her thing. So remember, we're multi-shotting this team, and so you know, that's fine. We're multi-shotting. We just got a Bad Batch is gonna take out the ads, and once you get all of the side stuff, all the side pieces gone, now we're just waiting for him to do his AoE. And I'm going to skip forward a little bit, and then now we just timed out. We skip forward even more. Timed out after his AoE is gone, so we don't have days on us. And now we're going to have Dark Trooper deliver 7 smites to the face. I don't know, it might be a mite too many smites. Look at that, I'm even rhyming, guys. So, yeah, we're just punching him directly to the face, because that's what is required right now. Look at that, we even got full protection on everyone but Dark Trooper. So, cleared that zone. How many Galactic Legends does he have in the back? Because normally only has 2 Galactic Legends on defense at all. And the answer is none. He put a pretty soft back zone. I mean, he's announcing to me that he's going to use Supreme Leader Kylo against my Lord Vader, which my Lord Vader is the really nasty persuasion. So, you know, let's take a 60% or 40% failure rate against it. But, you know, we're gambling a little bit. All right, here's our Iden Versio counter, guys. We've got Darth Revan, and here's the thing. Okay, so she just called an assist and attempted to put to do the mass assist onto Darth Revan, which, I mean, you can't call anyone to assist Darth Revan if you have that Zeta. And so I don't know if that's like what she'll always do, because we can't test it in arena. We just have this 1 point of data. But what I do know is all of my guys, we can put shock down so that they can't gain bonus turn meter, and they can't heal, at least not their health. They can heal protection still. My Darth Talon is going to make me tankier, and you know, my whole team is somewhat tanky. Like, we're also not assisting at all. They're all just individual damage dealers, and once I can get fear on them, I can just start running a train on them, and at least if we get Death Mark on Iden, then we can, you know, clean this team up easily as long as we kill Iden. So, you know, she's got fear. I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, so there's all these staggers, and this is kind of, I have a couple miscues here for sure. Trying to figure out which guys I should shoot and hit to take advantage of their staggers. Okay, so we got those staggers, and Death Trooper has stagger, but I was waiting for turn meter to go up again. And okay, so Iden I probably should have hit Iden there, actually, but apparently, I mean, I had enough time, and then we have Death Mark on her, and now she's gone. And maybe that was what I was thinking, was I didn't want to accidentally kill her before she had Death Mark, something like that. So, let's take out Snow Trooper, and then Stormtrooper. It may take a while, because he's a thick boy, but eventually we'll get him down to just health, and then Malak could, at the very least, just force drain his sorry hindquarters with a mighty force drain smiting. He just smite to do that. Alright, 62, and I don't know, seems like a pretty expensive counter, folks. I know there's other counters out there now, like Padme with Bad Batch. I bet you guys thought I was going to do that, but I didn't. Though I will say that's one of the reasons Padme is more relevant now. Alright, so this is the 380 speed Darth Revan team. But my bounty hunters are just fast enough by, I don't know, 8 speed or something like that. So you take down their Darth Revan immedietely. You guys know, at this point, you guys, I should put out a video on this. Actually, I made a video, but it sounded like an infomercial, actually. It was like one of my worst videos ever, so I gotta redo it. And, but how to use this team. I mean, you get the contract and you're good. Good, baby. So, so we're gonna have to use Disintegrate on Nest and on Malak, most likely. So, you know, just gotta keep moving. We want to hit Nest with Mando, just so that we don't crit that Malak with Mando, because we don't want to get feared. But the thing that was occurring to me is my opponent actually... So I kept Iden Versio on my side so that I could counter his... I wanted to take out his, like, 300 gosh, they're like 440, 450 speed bounty hunters. They are ridiculous with that Zam Omicron, and he put his really good mods on all of them. Just like pure gold mods, you know, 6A everywhere. But I wanted to take that squad out. He always puts it on defense. I wanted to use my Iden Troopers to take it out, and then he didn't place it. And that was a little bit irritating. Oh, okay, cool. Let's do a mass assist on Darth Talon. Let's take her out, guys. Or let's just not, apparently. So this is just taking a while, guys. But yeah, he actually kept a lot for offense. In fact, he placed 3 Galactic Legends, which I already struggled on. And then, of course, his really fast Darth Revan team, and Iden, and, I mean, he's got a few good teams on defense, but he kept a lot for offense. He also always places his General Grievous team on defense, and he didn't this time either, so, I don't know. There's issues, so, you know, good on him. He switched it. He told me afterward he switched it because he wanted a good showing. I think he said he wanted a good showing against me. I forget exactly what he said. I think he said it was because of me, though. Anyways, it's just taking a while to get rid of Nest. You know how it works. But we have Mando here, and we took him out. 64. Nice disintegrating, smiting banners. So, okay. Oh, let's pause this. So here's the conundrum, guys. I had Traya left, and I had Commander Luke left. And there were 3 teams that needed those 2 teams. And obviously we can't just like split them and like try to get, you know, 3 and 3 and 4, or, you know, whatever the math of it would be to take these 3 teams out, divide them between them. So instead, I'm trying to figure out what to do. And one of my friends and patrons, Blade Baka, speaks up. He's like, you know what you could do? You could use Padme and Gideon together. Look at this. So you can see that it does all this stuff up top, but then it gives a number of bonuses to people. So he uses his thing. You can reduce turn meter by 100%, but from everyone. You guys know how that works, the turn meter reduction. But because it's Padme and company, like, they just don't lose any. They don't lose any turn meter at all. They just keep their normal turn meter. You know, and they don't gain any turn meter either, but because they just don't have any turn meter reduction, the Galactic Republic. So here's the thing, though. At the very bottom, offense for 2, so he gives all these different people things. Support gets 100% protection up. So that protection up is really nice. So if you take a bunch of supports with Padme and Gideon, then you get a ton of stacks of courage right away, and you get to use them right away. And so, here's the thing. You can call the mass assist, or you can call the assist with Padme here. Look, she has 20 stacks of courage because she has all that protection, because she's a support from Gideon. And so she could do the kick on him, and that'll cause everyone to assist, including Plo, who has the Dispel on basic. And then we have 20 stacks, worthless stacks on C-3PO, but we can call someone else to assist on Bando, sorry. And so, you know, maybe we get the stun with Ayla or something. Alright, she's got 22 stacks, which, I mean, that's the same as 20, I guess, but she's just going to use a basic here so she could maybe call someone to assist her and finish him off. So it's actually pretty close, but now Plo has 5 stacks, which should be enough. That's 40% of Bando's health, and so I'm just trying to figure out exactly. So took him out. Pretty fancy, guys. And then I had this really bad miscue. I was like, ooh, let's kill IG. Let's kill him. If we can kill IG, then we'll be good to go. And that was foolish because of the buff from Quill. So I had enough stacks, and Quill, of course, just revived him. Should have just tried to kill Quill here. Because this team doesn't have a ton of staying power. There's a lot of really weird things about it. And honestly, so we're using C-3PO here. So my Commander Luke team is really going to be struggling. You guys will see that in a minute. Because we're all over-reliant on him. Okay, so here's the other thing. I should have just focused on Quill again, but I was like, oh, we could still win this. For some reason, I thought we could still win this. So I'm like, let's kill Boba. So, you know, I took out one of his stacks, but then, you know, Quill stunned Padme, and I don't know, things are just going pretty south. I'm like, okay, let's try to kill Boba, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do here, guys. I mean, I should have just killed Queel. I should have focused Queel down, and I failed on multiple points here. Like, so we had this cool theory craft. I can't take much credit for it, though I did eventually see what he meant by it. Yeah. So we failed, but well, we did kill Beskar, so they don't have leaderships now, and now our Mothra team can come in. And so I've sped it up because we don't need to see death by a million smitings, and you know, you guys have seen this before. Of course, it feels scary. The reason I didn't use this team previously is because with all of those whistling birds and stuff, my relics are just not high enough to withstand that much. Like, I really need to get some of my relics higher on this team. They're all like relic 3, frankly. Like, maybe 5 on a couple of them, but that, you know, with the high relic bounty hunters and then Bando really well modded, I just, you know, there's permanent death. Mon Mothma can't bring them back. If she could bring someone back from it, that'd be a different story. But all right, we have the 44. So, you know, got it. Now we'll take out this dash team, but we'll take Old Ben here instead because we don't have what's his name to help us, which stinks. And notice that Chewie and Chupi are both dazed right now, which also stinks. So trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. Let's okay, so let's get rid of the buff on L3, and then let's try to we have to kill Vander first, because remember, this is an Omicron dash, just like it was an Omicron on Iden, by the way, if I didn't say that. And pretty soon we just won't have to say it. It'll just be obvious. Everyone will have those. Everyone will have them. So, oh man, so we're struggling, guys. Let's do the AoE, I guess, and get rid of L3's buff. You know, taunt. We gotta kill Vander, guys. This is really important. If we can kill Vander Chewie, which we came close to, he's in the red, then we'll be a little bit better off. The AoE is not gonna do anything. No one's died yet. So what do we do? Like, Chewie's still not assisting, damn it all. Damn that furry a-hole. But I don't know. Okay, so now he doesn't have days anymore, so that's good. And yeah, let's take out Vander Chewie if we can. Without like, if we had 3PO here, guys, we'd be a lot better. Okay, so Old Ben saved us. They killed Old Ben, and we got all this turn meter and all these buffs, and then we could kill. We had all the momentum, and we could just take out their Vander. But otherwise, I don't know. If Old Ben hadn't been there and died, I don't know what would have happened. That was going to be a rough one. You know, these guys are all high relic and stuff. Really tough to kill. So, all right. I guess we'll get okay banner 61. Hooray! Got the 61 there, and now we can see what ships he's got. And so of course he's got Executor, and then he doesn't have the Poison Negotiators comp, so thank goodness for that. Now we've got to take out these 3 teams, and Padme is one of them, guys. Look at this, another Padme build. And okay, here's where I fat fingered it, guys. I fat fingered it big time. I'm like, okay, we need to isolate. Well, we needed to isolate Padme, and that meant we needed to have Scion hit Kenobi. Instead, Scion's like, oh, someone in white, I'm going to hit Padme. So we hit Padme, and now Kenobi's taunting. And it's this big issue, because I said to the stream, I was like, as long as we can avoid Kenobi taunting and we can get isolate on Padme, this is easy. This is a really easy fight, because they can't gain courage from Padme. But instead, like an idiot, I hit Padme. That was... Like, I had even told everyone, the second we go in, we're going to just do a basic from Scion on Kenobi. And what did we do? Not a basic from Scion. So I did bring IPD there, and we got rid of all of their buffs, which is super helpful. Like, Padme turns all of those buffs into courage. Okay, so we're saving our AoE from Scion here. Like, that's a pretty important move. Let's do a big hit on Anakin. And actually, all these exposes on Anakin from Probe Droid are pretty nice. Okay, Padme gives everyone her protection buffs, and Scion, like the boss that he is able to dispel all of them at once. And look at that. We got I call it the win condition, because it's very difficult to kill Scion at this point. You know, you have to double kill him. So okay, we can finally isolate Padme if we want. But we're really close here to just killing Anakin, and then we can isolate someone else. Okay, so killed Anakin. Hooray for that. And now we can isolate Padme. That's fine. But I didn't want to isolate Padme yet, because I didn't want Kenobi to his taunt to get in the way and stuff. So yeah, I mean these other two ads, I mean they're Galactic Republic, they're fine. Like Clone Sergeant is, I put Clone Sergeant with Padme sometimes, but a lot of Clone Sergeant's charm, if you will, is to be able to get a ton of turn meter off of his basics, and that just doesn't happen with Padme, because, like I said in the last fight, you don't gain bonus turn meter, and you don't lose turn meter either under Padme. So, okay, now we're going to not waste a lot of time, but trying to get those banners back, guys. Banners matter. They really, really do matter quite a bit. And so, just want to get that one last hit in with Scion, and got it. And now we're going to use Night Sisters on this Hux First Order team, even though everyone in chat was saying, don't do it, because Hux doesn't let them have turn meter. The correct answer is Night Sisters don't really care that much about the initial, like, they still do some decent work, and once you can finally just clear the road, clear the path to Hux, then you're just good to go. So, I mean, you do need to be pretty close, similar relic levels, I would say. I mean, you both have to be relic at the very least. I mean, my relic levels aren't that high, honestly. But, you know, Doc is 5 and Spirit's 5, and then the rest are like 3, something like that. I guess Zombie's 5 because I wanted to use her for the raid, but that didn't do anything. I don't know if I ever used Zombie for the raid, honestly. What's the next raid gonna require, guys? I have no idea. Alright, so we want to take out the red hull, the A-hole red trooper here, and we're just trying to control the situation, guys. Just all the stuns. I mean, if you watch me play, that's one of the biggest things is, like, a lot of people use their guys as a bludgeon, and I get that. I just like using tactical use of stuns and being able to control things, especially with some of these older teams that don't have as much overt power. You know, and knowing when to use a basic to get tenacity up, or putting plague on, or tenacity down, or putting plague on people. I mean, this is all control related, and so, you know, it works out. Alright, took them out. Last team on the ground, this is a Finn team. Okay, so we got days on everyone, great, days for days. And, I mean, this is super overkill, of course. And I even have my Iden Troopers, which, I mean, Iden's only 4 stars right now, but, you know, it's all good. We take out the 2 veterans, and now I guess we should probably take out. I mean, there's never any hope of this team actually beating us. Frankly, I mean, not with Dash here. They might steal some banners. There was some hope for that, but otherwise, I mean, it's hopeless for them. Poor blighters. And Poe doesn't know how hard he's gonna get smitten by, how hard he done got smote by that stupid Vander Chewie special. Okay, now we're doing ships. We didn't have transitions here again today, guys. I can't believe it. Alright, and we're fast forwarding them a little bit, because who wants to watch ships? Not me. Some of you do. You guys can go back and slow down a little bit if you want, to turn my voice off, because then it'll be even more monotone than usual. But I mean, we're just doing the standard thing. I need to practice Sunfac starting. But I also don't have him at high enough relic levels. Okay, so we got really, watch this RNG, guys. So first off, it's a 50-50 shot to get Xanadu Blood or Razor Crest, and that's great. Oh, it's not great, but if you get Xanadu Blood, then you can take out Xanadu Blood as long as you hit Xanadu Blood. But they have evasion up, and so Spy really needs to get a big hit on Razor Crest to make any kind of damage. And so we get the bad RNG roll to get it onto Razor Crest, and then we miss like all of our shots. Like one person's assist actually hit him. And I don't know about you guys, but I am sick to death of this bug with all of the buzz droids. I guess the buzz droids are real on Razor Crest right now, but it's just driving me crazy, guys. Yeah, so they just healed, they cleansed everything, guys, but it still says that Razor Crest has buzz droids. It's like there's not buzz droids on there. It's just stupid. It's so asinine that stays on there because it fakes you out. You know. Oh, cool, like, they got Reapers, so we don't have to deal with Slave 1. That's actually really helpful here. But, I mean, we've killed all of our stuff, and, I don't know. Okay, let's get some actual buzz droids on people. Okay, so there's actual buzz droids, but now they killed Hyena Bomber. Now all we have left is Spy, and now all we have left is nothing. We have one banner for them not putting full fleets on defense. So, all right, let's use Raddus here to take him out, because they did use their big AoE on Executor last, and that's kind of the requirement. You're not going to survive a mass assist from Executor and face the full complement of Executor's ships. So, all right, took out Xanadu Blood here, at least. And now, I mean, our goal, obviously, that Poe is gone. We just need to kill Executor. That's the main thing, guys. You know, we want to one-shot this, of course, but we also want to take out the Executor is more important than anything. So we've got the Clone Sergeant here. He's just here, obviously, as a meat shield. You know, Razor Crest can ignore that and everything, but yeah. We're just going to keep going, guys. Let's get another ship here. Another meat shield. We got to survive and get that really sweet mutual destruction. Like, how funny is that, guys? The one ultimate is to get rid of a capital ship, which is Executor, and the other one is to get rid of both capital ships. Like, the two are just not even close to equal. It's just funny how that works. Alright, one turn to cooldown, but man, they're close. Notice how Razor Crest isn't close to dead, because he has his second life, or whatever it's called. And so we're just leaving him in red, so that when it comes, oh, thank goodness, we only had one ship left, so that when we have to clean up, because we're gonna have to clean up, then at the very least we can like, we can kill him easier, because it'll be kind of like only killing him once plus, like, 1.1 smitings. Can we kill Slave 1 before Resistance Fighter dies? An ignominious death? Ignominious death? Looks like we can. Can't even pronounce that word. Okay, so now. I mean, we can finish that fleet off with whatever. So now we have to see if we can take out this Executrix team. All right, so we've got home 1. You do the wiggle with home 1 first in this case, because they get ability block and everything from Executrix, and that's exactly what happened. But then Shuttle came in, healed Bomber, and it's looking super sketch right now. But we can call the big assist from Cassian. Didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought was warranted, frankly. Okay, let's cleanse Biggs here if we can. Call the mass assist. And actually, so we got some bad-ish RNG to start with, but then we've had some pretty good RNG. Like, Falcon is actually assisting quite a bit now. Well, as I say that, then he does that for like 3 times in a row. But, you know, we have the momentum now, guys. Like, now that we took out Bomber, we can do this. So the comp you really have to look out for, and it's not as relevant anymore because everyone likes to use TIE Fighter Pilot on offense, but Gauntlet plus TIE Fighter Pilot and Gauntlet, Bomber, and TIE Fighter Pilot, they're all... That 3 combo is really bad for home 1, because they'll nuke your Biston right away. Alright, so this is a really strange fleet, guys. We've got Silencer, we've got Gauntlet, Shuttle, I think we've got Sunfac coming in, we've got Jedi Consular coming in, all because we're just going to mostly be relying on Chimera just one-shotting these guys, because they don't have a capital ship to support. So let's Razor Crest can still Relic 8 on Razor Crest, so let's try to just keep managing some Razor Crest by stunning as much as we can with the basics from Silencer, and that's exactly what we do, or at least, you know, we keep trying. And I took all the ships that can, like, heal, or ships that can, you know, tank, or whatever, so, you know, I don't have a ton of ships left. We've already wasted, what, 3 total fleets? But, I mean, I did have 2 fleets remaining. I decided to kind of combine them into one. so that we get as many banners as possible, because I'm always concerned about banners, guys, even if I've dropped a lot of fights, because what if my opponent drops the same number of fights? Alright, we got it, guys. Got the full clear after a lot of effort, a lot of digging deep, a lot of new counters, and 16, 16. And the question was, I mean, is he going to fail on me? He's going to fail a lot on me. This is me dropping 131 banners, something like that. And so, you know, that's a lot of fails, guys. It's like 6 fails or something. So let's see how I do. I mean, what do you guys think? Guess before we transition. All right, I'm transitioning now. Let's see what the final score is. And here it is, folks. We actually prevented him from full clearing, which is kind of our win condition. If I could click the right button. Okay, so he tried to use Bounty Hunter. He didn't have his Bounty Hunters modded to snipe out Cat, which is probably my one saving grace. And you can see old Chewie here is just chortling to himself. Clone Wars Chewie, man. We also got a hold with Supreme Leader Kylo down south, General Skywalker. Didn't pan out for me. He one-shot everything here except for Starkiller. He said he was going to use GG8 on it. I don't know what ended up transpiring between that. Like, I have no idea what he used on any of that. And then he also, I think this is the most hilarious fail. He actually failed on Finn and company, and then he got to ships and he one-shot him. He's like, that's the first time I've one-shot things. Like, you know, it didn't even matter because he couldn't full clear me. But I guess that's the second fight in a row that Kenobi's kind of bailed me out here, guys. So, all right, final thoughts, and let's get out of here. So, we've won against 2 big accounts in a row, guys. That's one account that's 800k more life, or 800k more GP, and this account is 1.2 million more GP. So, you know, nice to be able to start punching up a little bit. Padme and Gideon are a really, really interesting combination to me because of all of that courage that you just start with. You reduce everyone's turn meter, but you don't reduce anything on the Padme squad, and a ton of, like, Ayla is support. And Plo can, you know, we can call the mass assist from a couple different people. And if we do that, like, Plo can dispel. Like, it's very fascinating. All of that courage, those courage stacks means we can snipe people and get rid of that, get rid of the pretons on top of it. Like, this might work against a dash team if you're fast enough. I don't know. You probably aren't fast. Are you fast? I guess Gideon could be fast enough. It's very interesting, guys. The extra, all of those stacks of courage. I'm gonna be investigating that. I really do think she's gonna be more relevant now. Okay, so multi-shots are the new hotness. I mean, here's the thing. My opponent made one change, and I had a plan in place to mitigate that if I had to, but he put the toughest team in the whole game down on defense when he normally keeps it for offense. For the record, he actually said, I think I'm going to go back to 4 Galactic Legends on offense from now on, and, you know, because he lost to the team he never has to worry about, because he always has Kenobi to cancel his Kenobi. And remember, this is a high-end match. Like, this is in place number 350 on the leaderboard. So, you know, it's a pretty big deal, guys. We're close to 200, and multi-shots, guys. We're gonna be researching those more and more. A lot of more exciting counters coming up in this coming week and everything as well. This video's gone on longer than I wanted it to, though, guys, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. We went 2-1 this week, guys, against a crazy group. The next group's gonna be even worse, though, so stay tuned. Take care.